What is up, you guys? It's Lex. Welcome back to my channel. Back with another fun little video for you guys. Today I'm going to be installing a full radium fuel system on my EVO 8, including a double pumper because we're going to need it for all the extra fuel. If you haven't seen my previous videos on my EVO, definitely go check them out. I do have a playlist on my channel, and I've done a good amount of work on the car so far. So we're one step closer to tuning the car, and I'm really excited for today's install. So without further ado, let's get right into it. I'm gonna go ahead and unbox everything for you guys really quick, and then let's go ahead and install everything. That's it, they'll come. I think there's a better tool for this. I really like this bracket. Every time I see it, I'm like, wow.
This looks nice. Completely billet, you know.
Yeah,
nice
I really
finish.
like it. Okay, this is our new return line, and it's hooked up to the previous feed line.
That's it. pain in the ass, I tell ya. Yay!
So for the crossover, Radium tells you to basically undo it from the other side then attach this. But Roni just taught me a trick. So I'm gonna just straighten it with the plier, and once I make sure it's straight, I'm just gonna pull it on, which I don't know if I'm doing.
Okay, that's it. It's on. It's not coming up.
That's it?
That's it. That's how you put a crossover on.
Now what I'm doing is I'm wiring the primary fuel pump the same as the factory, and I'm also connecting the fuel level sensors. Good morning, guys. It's the next day. We didn't get to finish everything that we wanted to do yesterday. We had a busy day, but I did finish installing the full Radium fuel system. That includes the fuel pressure regulator, the fuel pulse damper, the line kit, which includes the filter underneath the car with that really cool bracket that I really like. We also have the primary fuel pump installed as a factory, and the second one is going to be activated by a relay, which Roni is wiring right now. We're also trying to decide if he's gonna leave the car on a stock ECU or he's gonna put it on a link ECU. Tuning the car is gonna be a whole separate video. Roni has a lot of knowledge to share, so that's gonna be a really exciting one. Let's go see what he's doing.
What's going on, guys? Okay, so as Lex mentioned, primary fuel pump is hooked up factory way, so we're not doing a relay for the primary. You don't really need to unless you're trying to make all the power. We're using two Arbro 450 high pressure pumps for both primary and secondary. The secondary is got one of our SPL relays, which includes TEF cell wire. This is 10 gauge TEF cell. And this will get kicked on via pressure. So if this gets wired into the link, I can just tell it, hey, 15 PSI, 3000 RPM. If it meets any of those criteria, kick on the second pump. That way we're not drawing a lot of amps from both, we're not making both fuel pumps work. We're just making the first one work whenever we're just driving around. And as soon as you essentially pedal to the metal, the second pump kicks on and delivers all the fuel that it needs. So at this point, this is all done. The only thing we have to decide, like she said, is if we're gonna keep it on stock ECU today or if we're just gonna throw the link on there. The only thing left, guys, this is how close we are to actually getting this car on the dyno. The only thing left is the battery relocation kit and the catch can, which is the DI Fab catch can / battery relocation kit. It's a modular unit, so it has two functions. So we're gonna do that really quick, show you guys a little bit of it. Quite simple, a little time consuming, but to do it nice, it takes a couple hours, but.
New catch can.
Do this. So as you guys saw, I was trimming this inner portion. There's essentially lips over here, just the plastic moldings, just the way it's molded from the factory. The reason I do that is for you to run it in the, across the vehicle inside. You need to basically do this so it doesn't get caught onto anything when you click this in. So with that modification, quick little modification, this will just click into place just so it looks OEM, so you can't even tell there's a 0 gauge wire. So there's two ways of doing the battery relocation. I was drilling holes on the floorboard essentially of the trunk. Now we like to put it on the passenger side because if there's a driver, you kind of want to offset the weights. And I used to use these Taylor boxes a lot. These huge Taylor boxes, and they work pretty good. It's a nice contained battery case. But I started using these now. These are they're pretty cheap, but honestly, they work better in my opinion. And they're a lot nicer. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get these riv nuts and I'm gonna get the appropriate drill for this, the drill size. And then once this goes through all the way, I have a riv nut gun. So I'm going to squeeze this and essentially make this a mounting point. And then we're just gonna mount the tray, and then after that, it's super easy. All we gotta do is put the battery on there, and that's it. The only other thing left is the catch can lines, and I think for the time being, we're gonna do a -6 and a -10 from the valve cover, and we're gonna cap the center one.
well, that's a wrap. So far in this car, we've done quite a bit of work. I have a whole playlist on my channel, so if you haven't seen those videos, definitely go check them out. We are really close to dynoing the car. Today he was trying to figure out if he wanted to leave it on the stock ECU or if he wanted to go with the link. And he made up his decision. Yay! He's gonna wire that in today, and then we're gonna have a whole other video just on tuning the car.
As she said, today we were just trying to figure out how we're gonna engage the secondary relay for the secondary fuel pump. So were we going to just keep it on the stock ECU and put a pressure switch on there, or were we just gonna say F it and just put the ECU that I bought for the car? We're gonna put a G4X plug-in in there. Super easy. There's nothing for us to really show you guys. It's just pinning some wires in. It's super self-explanatory and just plugs into the factory horn. I think we can get about 38, 40 pounds of boost out of this thing safely without lifting the head and, without floating the valves. We'll see how it goes on dyno day. So we're anticipating, low to mid 700s, still on the stock block, guys. That's an insane number.
Well, honestly, guys, we haven't even seen if we can get a startup yet. So I don't even know if I did this right. So let's go check if I did any of this correct. That's it.com. Well, that's a wrap. Thank you so much for watching this week's video. Make sure to hit that bell notification, give it a thumbs up, leave a comment, subscribe for more videos, and we will see you guys next time.